welcome to my channel. So it's January, and here in Chicago it's a little bit cold and gloomy. And along with the cold, the New Year's resolution, and positive changes comes a lot of illness, unfortunately. So I thought it would be great to help. I am a makeup artist. I've been a professional makeup artist for about 5 years, and along with faking it till you make it with contours and bigger lips, you also have to fake your health sometimes. And you try to fake it for as long as you can, and then you come to a point where you're sick and you're going to be down and out for a little bit. So I thought it would be fun to just share some of my favorites that get me through my illness. I've been sick for about fluke. I've been sick for about a week now, and I'm starting to get my voice back. I'm starting to get my strength back, and I've only got the occasional cough. So in the next couple of days, I should be back in action. But until then, here are some of my sick girl favorites to kind of get me through. So when I first feel illness coming on, I gravitate towards water. I don't want necessarily like the emergency or Theraflu or Dayquil, because medicine can also have a lot of side effects such as drowsiness or sugars that can add to the bacteria in your body and actually make your illness a little bit worse. So I do like to just drink a lot of water and try to flush it out as naturally as possible. Way in the beginning when you feel the very first tickle. So I've got water next to me. I've got a ton of that, and then I've got my cute little Lana mug here. I'm absolutely obsessed with Archer. I think it actually is one of my favorite shows. It's just great when you're sick and you're feeling kind of groggy and stuffy already to have something that's totally fictional to like go there and to laugh at and just have something positive while you're stuck on the couch and you can't really go anywhere else. So that would be my first favorite. The second favorite I have here in my little cute favorite bag here are mine too. I also like to get really comfy, so I just stuck on my Akron Pride college t-shirt hoodie here, and it's just comfortable. It's not a statement look. I think when I'm sick in the winter of Chicago, fashion is probably the first thing to kind of go down the scale, only because it's cold out and nobody can be truly gorgeous in this brutal cold anyway. So I'm not even worried about being the number one swag queen at that point. So my um, third favorite here, I would say, is the Codely Elixir, Beauty Elixir. So this is one of those like refreshing, reviving waters. So just shake it up and give yourself a nice thing. Oh my god, I love it. I have been using this for years now. It's so good for you. A lot of people think it's a little bit expensive, but I think it's because they don't fully understand what it is. So this is the travel size, and it goes for $18. The full size, I think, goes for $49, which is a little bit more of a hefty penny. But the reason why I love it is because it has essential oils in it and eucalyptus and peppermint. So it's extremely antibacterial. If I'm feeling a breakout come on, I will miss myself. If I feel like I need to pick me up at work, I'll miss myself. When I'm getting out of the gym, I miss myself. And especially when my sinuses have been shot to hell, that is one of the first things I want in my hand, because it really opens up my passageways, allows me to breathe, and kind of disinfects at the same time. So I would definitely recommend going and picking that up whenever you feel a little tickle in your throat come your way. And it's not medication. I try and resort to medication at the very last step. So another thing that changes for me when I get sick, I get obsessed with cleanliness. And I know you're probably thinking, like, didn't you care about your hygiene before? And I always do. But when I'm sick, I either spend hours in the bathtub, and then after spending those hours in the bathtub, I'll stand up and take a shower because I've just been sitting there. Or I can take up to 5 showers a day. I know that sounds like I'm a lunatic. That is a little psychotic, but I just like being clean. I like feeling fresh. I hate the feeling of being dirty. It's just the worst. And when you're sick, you're kind of feeling extremely dirty from the inside out. So it's disgusting. One of the things I've really fallen in love with this last virus venture was the California Hollywood or Hollywood California Glam Glow Cleansing Foam. So I know a lot of you are familiar with the Glam Glow mask that kind of exploded a couple of years ago and they've been churning out a lot. This is their cleanser. It's their latest product and I am obsessed. This is so, so, so good. I think that there are a lot of cleansers out there on the market that are like one and done kind of situations. They claim to take off all of your makeup and be cleaning and be moisturizing. And I just quite frankly don't trust anything that says it does everything. It's just a huge flub to me. So I'm one of those people because I'm a makeup artist and I tend to wear a little bit more on the daily. I will go in with an oil, then a makeup wipe, then I'll do a pre-cleanse with an oil cleanser, and then I like to do this. I would say if you're a person who just likes to do a makeup remover and a cleanser, this will be absolutely wonderful for you. I don't think you'll like it so much if you do like a one and done. I really didn't find that this took off my makeup too well. I do wear a lot of waterproof makeup, but as far as the actual cleansing of your skin, phenomenal. It's very minty and detoxifying. I felt that my skin was instantly smoother. I felt that my blackheads were coming out a lot faster. My skin was just making a general turnaround a lot faster when I used this in my routine. So I tried it for about a week and then stopped using it on purpose for 2 days to see if I could notice any difference. And it was quite disgusting. My skin got really gritty and I felt like my pores were much, much larger without this in my regime. So I'm really excited that I've got this guy in my arsenal. So yeah, it's $30 for the full size. I do anticipate them coming out with smaller sizes because this is gonna explode. It's so, so, so wonderful. But it is quite large. I don't know what the ounces are, so I'll have to put that in the description after I finish filming. But I really, really love this, and it gave me that minty, clean, I'm not as sick as I feel kind of feeling. I felt like by the time I got done scrubbing my body down and then giving myself a good shave, cleaning my face with this, and then brushing my teeth, I was all mints. I was all antibacterial mints. So that was absolutely wonderful. It's one for some water. Okay, so next, after getting out of those long, long showers, I like to slather up with a nice body butter. I haven't really ventured too far into Bliss. It wasn't one of those brands where it's just like, oh, I have to try this. They have wonderful this, that, or the other. But I got this body butter at work and started using it because again, it's winter and my skin gets extremely dry very quickly. And I love it. I am a huge fan also of the La Vanilla deodorants, the all natural healthy deodorants. And the scent I used was a like summer scent, so it had a lot of sage and lemon in it. So I love that these are identical scents. So this one is lemon and sage body butter maximum moisturizing cream, and it's a really large size. I love that you can use a small amount and really like do an entire leg or get half of your body done while still feeling good and coated. So after those long showers or multiple showers, I would just put this on and then toss on some fuzzy socks and hop onto the couch to watch some more Archer, maybe switch it up to Friends. But yeah, it just smells great and it feels wonderful. And it really does heal your skin. If your feet tend to crack or if you just have like dry elbows, this is a really great go-to. So go get that one as well. Also, kind of on the skincare line, this is a little cute baby guy of Josie Marin Argan Oil. I absolutely love this so much when I'm sick. I know a lot of people love it for like their skincare regimen or for their hair. I honestly only use it when I'm sick, so I was really happy that I could pick up this little teeny tiny bottle guy. But it's 100% all natural, organic, cold first press. So that's a lot of jargon for really expensive certifications. Basically, with the Josie Marin argan oil, there's no diluting process. So what she does is she goes over to the tribes, they crush up the nuts, to the oil consistency, and they essentially put it in a jar. They don't heat it, separate it, take away any of the ingredients, or dilute it in any way, shape, or form. So this really is pure and authentic. I love it for my nose. I don't even look like a human. I didn't look like a human on day 4 of whatever I had. It was really intense. I was in bed for 4 days. My nose was Rudolphed off, and it was like what no human should ever see. I was absolutely mortified just being in front of my husband. And putting a little bit of this on really helped to soothe my skin and get the peeling down and get the redness down without making it burn or causing further irritation. It's really, really great. And I love, again, that it's all natural and no bunnies were harmed and it's vegan. And yeah, it just makes me feel better about my get better process. So I would definitely go and pick that guy up. I believe you can get it at Sephora, and they do have a million different sizes of argan oil. I've seen that size. I've seen a size about this big. I've seen 2 ounces. I've seen 3 ounces. So definitely go get a size that's fitting for your uses for it. And again, you can use it in hair, skin, feet, elbows. I just prefer it for my nose when I'm sick. So eventually, when you are coming off of being sick, um, you are going to be forced to be in public. And when you're forced to be in public and you don't feel well, it is the worst. Because you're either faced with a, oh, really? You're sick? You don't look sick at all. And you're like, well, thanks, I'm dying. Or the person who's going to tell you that you look like hell and you do look quite sick. And neither one is a fun response. The best response is to just tell the person, like, oh my god, I'm so happy to see you. How are you feeling? Don't even tell them how they look. Um, with whatever, again, I had this horrible, like, whooping cough. It would come out like a goose, and everyone would look at me. It wasn't something I could control. So I love to just have a hand sanitizer. This is what I just got from Walgreens. I like it because it smells like strawberries. I love to just have that because it's so inconsiderate to be that sick in public. Even like as you're getting over sickness, obviously all the phlegm and beautiful things want to just leap out of you via your mouth. And I just felt if I'm gonna cough in front of you, you should at least see me sanitizing. And plus, you should sanitize your hands. You don't want to like worsen your condition, but it's just thoughtful to have hand sanitizer when you're around people. Let them know that yes, you have good hygiene, you're taking care of yourself. You know, you were smart, you stayed at home, you're no longer contagious, but you had to cough. So hand sanitizer always and forever, especially if you live in a city. I take the CTA and it's just no bueno. The things you can see sometimes. So I like to sanitize just so I don't catch some unknown disease known to God. So another thing that I like when I have to be in public, I don't like to wear a ton of makeup. I'm the first person to like skip out of makeup artist mode. I'll typically put on what you're seeing now, which is actually a concealer, a lot of mascara, brows, bronzer, a little bit of a highlighter, and a lip, which might sound like a lot to some people. This is I would say my everyday face to my like sick girl face. Yeah, it's coming. I can't think of much longer. But yeah, I don't like to kick on a lot, and I like whatever I put on my face to be like good for me. So, and I'm not just gonna wear a concealer. I'm gonna wear like a BB cream, something that's gonna help my skin to actually be better. And I love these Dior, Christian Dior BBs. They're so cute, and they've got the most gorgeous color to them. It's just really natural. It's going to be the perfect amount of color, and it's actually very good for I'm loving this. With this, I love this. With the sickness that I had this like long period of time where I could not breathe through my nose. So I was a person who just had an awkward gap in between her lips, like I never had my mouth shut, and my lips completely dried out until I remembered to start using a lip balm really essentially. So this is nice. It really hydrates your lips. It'll heal your lips if they're cracking. And it's also going to give you color so that you look a little bit more human and you'll feel a little bit more human while still aiding to the fact that you're not feeling well and you need a little bit more than you typically do. So that is my Dior little BB there. And then also just having tea. I like to throw tea into my bag. And I usually drink tea before I even leave really early in the morning. But when I get sick, tea goes into the bag. So you've got green tea, black tea. Today it was Bigelow's Sweet Dreams Herbal Tea. So it was just really soothing and calming for me, and I had no caffeine in it. So just something that was hot that I could pop in at work and kind of get myself going if my throat was going really in and out with a little bit of agave or honey. So that's that. Last but not least, when I'm sick, I don't know about you, but my eyes tend to water very badly, and I don't like bright. Like everything just hurts, already. And bright lights are kind of bad. So I tend to switch from my iPhone, the typical like Instagram, Tumblr, blogs, YouTube videos, into a good old fashioned magazine. I want to know what the hot gossip is, what the 411 is, what all the cool kids are doing. And I don't care how silly it is. I want to know about the celebrity gossip. I want just something in my hands that I can casually flip and fold over, maybe something that I can even scribble in, something that's going to get a little beat up. I don't really want anything digital. So this is just the latest Vogue with Dakota Johnson right on the front cover. $6. Amazing. I am like reading over it multiple times, back to front, and I'm just not regretting any second of it. It's just great when you're feeling a little bummy to look at all the fashion, and then you've got some great inspiration for when you're feeling better and you might want to buy something new. So that's about it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening to me and dealing with my little bit of a sore throat. In my next video, I promise to be a lot more glamorous and a lot more full throttle court. But yeah, I just thought this time of year, these girls really need a couple of tips on what they can do and what they can buy to feel a little bit better. So if you like this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up and never forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video and feel better. Enjoy your new year.